Today we're in a county where in the 12th and 13th century a huge number of these massive castles, 50 at the last count, were built by English lords trying to shore up their defences against local chieftains. Find out where we are in just a moment on Escape to the Country. Today I'm searching for a rural home for a couple who want to swap their urban living for a taste of the good life in the countryside. And we serve up some elegant properties.
This is modern enough with the period detail in it as well. This is really, really nice. This is the sort of kitchen we like. Then
there's our mystery house, a property that offers much more than they bargained for. Is that good for you?
That's excellent. I like that. This is stunning. This is stunning.
Today we're in Monmouthshire, a Welsh county that borders England, which probably explains all those castles. And this one behind me, Abergavenny Castle, was the site of a very bloody massacre in 1175, when the English lord, William de Braose, invited his Welsh enemies in for a reconciliatory Christmas dinner. And when they entered the castle and put down all their weapons, they were hacked to death, earning William the title the Ogre of Abergavenny. Now, Monmouthshire has passed like a hot potato from England to Wales and finally landing on the Welsh side in 1974. It's not hard to understand why you would fight over this spectacular county, which is bordered by Herefordshire and Gloucestershire on the English side and Powys on the Welsh side. The Wye Valley, which is an area of outstanding natural beauty, stretches for 16 miles through the south of the county. And it's home to one of the great monastic ruins of Wales, Tintern Abbey. The county town of Monmouth is steeped in history and features some great architectural examples, such as the celebrated Monmouth Bridge, which is the only medieval fortified river bridge in Britain, with a gate tower standing on top of it. And Agincourt Square, which has one of the finest Georgian shire halls in Wales. It's the wonderful mix of unspoilt countryside and splendid towns that make Monmouthshire an attractive proposition for tourists and homebuyers alike. Let's talk brass tacks. The average price tag on a detached house in Monmouthshire is £242,000. That's £15,000 less than the national average. But value for money is not the only thing that brings people here. It's an incredibly beautiful county and very rural. There are no cities in Monmouthshire. And yet, Bristol and Cardiff are both easily commutable, which makes it a very attractive buy. So let's take a look at what sort of properties are on the market. For just under £380,000, there's this 3-bedroom stone farmhouse outside Abergavenny. The sitting room has a lovely wood burner to keep you warm, and the bedrooms benefit from period features like the exposed beams. Outside, there are stunning views of Blorange Mountain. Or this 4-bedroom converted barn in Llangefiew might be worth a look. Priced at just under £600,000, there's a range cooker in the kitchen, and an elegant stone fireplace in the sitting room. Finally, the beautiful lawned garden is enclosed with hedges and mature borders. And if you have a bigger budget, this 5-bedroom converted barn near Usk could be just right. Priced at a little under £800,000, the stylish kitchen has beautiful granite finishes and a vaulted ceiling with exposed beams. The dining room is fit for a banquet, and there are stunning views over majestic countryside. So many beautiful properties in amongst these beautiful hills. Let's meet the lucky couple who are planning to move here. Self-employed business analyst Keith and trainee driving instructor Kevin are set to become civil partners in a few months' time, and they're keen to move away from suburban Milton Keynes so they can enjoy a more peaceful, rural existence.
We'd like to move to the country to obviously start again together. We'd like to be able to be self-sufficient, grow our own stuff and settle down that way.
I think my dream lifestyle would be very much along the lines of of waking up, throwing open the curtains in the morning and actually seeing the countryside, seeing nature, and living with nature. One of the key things we want to do when we move to the country is grow lots of organic vegetables. We want to become self-sufficient.
So the chance to grow their own is a major factor for the move, and they've already pinpointed the perfect location to achieve this rural dream.
The area I'd like to move to is Monmouthshire.
Absolutely, there's some very nice places over there, but the main thing about the area is you get good quality housing, good value housing, and you get some decent land. We've been looking to move, I guess, for about the last 6 to 8 months.
Keith is also a DJ, but the noise of his music has proved difficult to manage in the close confines of their Milton Keynes estate. But he's hoping the move to a more remote setting will allow him to enjoy his passion much more.
I like to create lots of noise, I like to create my own mixes, so I need lots of space and lots of room to create as much noise as I like.
As well as space and room, there's plenty of other requirements on their wish list.
What we want from a property, at least 3 bedrooms, 2 reception rooms downstairs, must have a study. Ensuite bathroom would be nice, big kitchen so we can actually have a table in the middle. It has to be detached. I wouldn't consider a semi-detached or a terraced house at all.
The outside we'd want about half an acre to an acre of land.
Buying their first home together is a big change, and it seems they may not always sing from the same hymn sheet.
I think that the property that I will fall in love with is probably slightly different to the property Kevin will fall in love with. And I think I'm the decision maker in the relationship, however Kevin normally gets his own way.
Keith and Kevin are ready for the next chapter of their lives to begin, and they've nailed down the finances for their move.
The budget for the new property is £350,000. If we found the most spectacular property in the world, we would push that.
With an upcoming wedding on the horizon, it's going to be a big move for Keith and Kevin, and they're going to try and start anew with a good life in the Welsh countryside. And there's plenty of countrysides to offer them, but I'm a little worried that their requirements for a whole acre is going to stretch their budget somewhat. Still, I'm very interested to see their reactions to this beautiful part of the world, even though Kevin's never actually been here. Let's go meet them. Our buyers have asked us to search the countryside around the central and southern areas of Monmouthshire. We've got 3 fantastic Welsh homes for them to peruse, but I won't be revealing how much they cost until they've had a guess first. As ever, our last property is the Mystery House, and we've got a home that really has to be seen to be believed. Kevin and Keith, welcome to Monmouthshire.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right. First impressions?
Nice, yeah.
That's good.
So far, so good.
It'd be terrible if you came here and you hated it. And in terms of, I know that you want some land for your garden. Now, you want an acre. What's your budget?
350,000.
Okay. The Wye Valley, particularly, is a desirable place, but you can get great value for money. But you want an acre, and that might be a bit of a stretch. Are you prepared to compromise on certain things? Because you need space for your DJing as well.
I do, yes. It depends on what we have to compromise, but compromise, buying a property, the 2 things go together, really.
Sure.
You never get exactly what you want.
Because I know that you quite like modern and you're more period, or you kind of like traditional as well.
I like traditional buildings, but I do like them to be modern inside.
Okay.
I'm not the greatest DIY person in the world.
Right. And you don't have do you have a problem with a bit of a period feel? Or?
No, but I do prefer modern
Right.
over older sites.
So you'd go for a new build?
Yeah.
It's a great place to be property shopping. I'm looking forward to what we're going to show you.
Lovely.
So let's go. Keith and Kevin have £350,000 to spend on finding a new home, although they may be prepared to push their budget a little further for something spectacular. They want 3 bedrooms and they don't mind a period or new build home, as long as it has a contemporary interior. The absolute essential is space for an office and land with enough room for their dream of being self-sufficient. We begin our house hunt in the pretty village of Redbrook, which is split right down the middle by the border between Gloucestershire and Monmouthshire. Redbrook is in the Wye Valley and has an old railway bridge which connects Wales on one side and England on the other. The village has a small community of pretty terraced houses and is serviced by 2 pubs, a post office and a local store. Our first property is a detached cottage dating back to the 19th century. So, slightly unusual approach to the first house. Yep. Coming up the side steps, but here we get a really good view of it. Your first property to view.
Wow.
What do you think?
Yep. I like this.
It's a nice view.
It's from the 1800s originally. It was a wheelwright's workshop, but it also includes this coach house.
Oh, okay. That could be useful.
Yes, I'm hearing DJ music coming from there. What do you think of the style, Kevin? Because it's not new build.
It's not new, but I do like this bit up here, actually.
There's lots of little bits and pieces. It's a jigsaw of a property.
Okay.
Let's have a look inside. Come on in. So as you see, we come in through this door into the kitchen. It's a slightly upside-down house with all the living space up the top.
Okay.
Thoughts?
I think personally I'd like my kitchen to look more like a kitchen. It's very country. I like modern clean, but I also like some of the traditional features. Like I like Belfast sinks, for example.
Sure. Who does the cooking? You both cooks? Or?
It's mainly my job.
Okay. And is it sort of, what's your sort of taste in kitchen, the same?
Yeah, kind of clean line.
So you'd probably sort of just make it a bit more smart and modern?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very light property. Good, so this is the kitchen. Let's go straight through into the sitting room.
Oh wow, this is quite nice. It's a nice high ceiling.
Yeah. And this was, as I say, it was originally a wheelwright's workshop downstairs, and then he made a bit of money and built this stone and brick-clad sort of building on top with these rather ornate Georgian arched windows.
I like them windows.
This is actually a mezzanine space. There's a lovely little sort of like hidey hole there. You could have guests to sleep in, or you turn it into a little reading room or something. So you can explore that later on.
That'd be good space.
But this is the main kind of living space. Is it big enough for you guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice space.
Yeah.
Kevin, what do you feel about this space? You got a sort of twinkle in your eyes?
I quite like it, actually, yeah. I think the whole kind of staircase thing in the middle was a little bit different. But, yeah, I quite like it.
I quite like the head height and I like the windows, but there's just something that's not getting me at the moment, and I'm not sure what it is.
OK, well, maybe we can put our finger on it as we go around.
OK.
As I say, it's upside down, so your bedroom at the moment is up here. Because the house is upside down, on the lower floor there are 2 double bedrooms and a tiled wet room. But I'm taking them to the main bedroom. Of course, it's your choice, but they are using this as their master bedroom at the moment.
OK.
It's an extension as well, a new part of the house.
OK. OK, is there a bathroom up here?
There is indeed. Through here.
OK.
Not any old bathroom, quite a lovely bathroom.
Oh, wow. This is a big size, isn't it? I like the roof above as well.
Yeah. This is very unusual to have a bathroom that's so sort of drenched in daylight. Yeah. So in terms of, you know, the 2 of you, is that sort of layout at the top all right?
Most of the time, there is only the 2 of us going to be here, so having this up here would actually work quite well.
Well, there's lots of space in here, because those 2 rooms downstairs are good size, but you've also got this coach house. I want to show you outside. Keith wanted a room where he could work and make a lot of noise, and I think I've got the perfect spot for him in the coach house just across the courtyard. This, I think, is a real opportunity for you guys, because it's the old coach house. Got a log burner to keep you warm in the winter.
It's your space.
Yes, no, I could set up my office and my DJ equipment up here.
Yeah, quite.
Yep.
Well, the garden is the most important part for you guys, so let's take a look at that. Let's see if there's enough space for Kevin to indulge his passion for self-sufficiency. Quite a few steps, but here we are overlooking your whole domain, which is not huge.
No.
This is the end of your property as it stands at the moment. So you've got this terraced area and then this sort of terrace garden, and there's a little vegetable plot right at the front of the house.
Okay. I think for what we're looking for, this is probably just a little bit too small.
Kevin, what are your thoughts about the land?
The same as Keith, really. I was probably hoping for a little bit more bigger garden. Not 100% sure it's what we're after.
Right. It is an unusual property in the sense that it's quite sort of like higgledy-piggledy, but a beautiful location. What do you think it's on the market for?
I'd say around 335.
I'd probably say a bit higher, 340, 345.
Well, you're spot on. It's actually on the market at 340.
Oh, excellent.
It's been on for about 3 months,
Okay.
and the owners don't have a chain, so they're keen to move.
Okay.
Have an explore. Go and look at the rooms downstairs, see if you can work your way around the layout, and I'll see you at the front.
Okay.
Lovely.
So for £340,000, this character cottage is comfortably under Keith and Kevin's budget. It has a large sitting room with feature windows that offer stunning countryside views, and there's plenty of room for guests with 3 bedrooms. The garden is on the small side, but the real bonus to this property is the additional space in the coach house.
Well, this is a nice room.
It's nice, isn't it?
This is probably better than the master bedroom.
The overall place, I think we'd move the master bedroom downstairs, and the outhouse is obviously a good place for Keith to have his office and DJ room.
It's an interesting property from the outside. Can't really see the house itself until you actually go up. Very quirky. I think it's something to consider, but let's wait and see what the other 2 houses are.
This is a real sun trap here, and a beautiful view over England. Don't get to say that very often. Hi, guys.
Hi.
All done?
Yes, thank you.
Just pull the door to, and we're going to head off to the next house.
OK.
When Keith and Kevin make the move to Monmouthshire, Chepstow, set on the River Wye, will be an important place for them to know. So earlier in the week, we sent them off to explore the town. It sits on the border between Wales and England, and Chepstow's Norman castle is a testament to its strategic importance. The medieval town gate and much of the walls still remain intact. A few miles outside the town is Dewstow Gardens, which should really appeal to green-fingered Kevin. The garden was commissioned by the owner of Dewstow House, Henry Oakley, whose hobby was cultivating tropical flowers, ferns and plants. Alongside this horticulture sits a magical array of ponds, underground grottos and tunnels. It hasn't always been like this. After the Second World War, the garden was partly filled in and turned over to agriculture. And in the 1960s, rubble from the M4 motorway construction was also dumped here. But happily, the story doesn't end there, and today the gardens have been restored to their original state. Head gardener Peter Lane is showing our house hunters around.
Well, the pond you can see behind me here is one of the several ponds at Dewstow Gardens that lay hidden for over 50 years.
How did you find the gardens again?
There was a step found up in the rock garden. Obviously, it led somewhere, and they just really started digging from that point, found a pond, and just really basically carried on digging and finding more and more ponds until there is about 33 ponds on the site of all various sizes and shapes.
The labyrinth of grottos, tunnels and sunken ferneries dotted around Dewstow were created by the renowned Victorian landscapers James Pulham and Son, who are also famous for their work on the gardens at Buckingham Palace.
Now, this is one of the main grottos of Dewstow. This was discovered with the roof actually collapsed in. Obviously, it was excavated out, and it was in a real dire state of repair.
The grottos here look incredibly natural, even though they are actually made from an artificial rockwork known as Pulhamite.
This is the Lion Grotto, so unusual, different to any other grotto. You can imagine the amazement when we found this in 2000, 2001.
How did you feel coming across this?
Well, disbelief, really, because the state of repair it was in, all covered with brambles, filled in, a glass roof smashed in. A real big project.
Well, now it's time to see if I can unearth a hidden gem for Keith and Kevin as we get back to their house hunt. Our second property is in the village of Grosmont, which is 9 miles north of Abergavenny. It's been described by one travel writer as the prettiest village in Wales. An important medieval township, the ruins of the 12th century Grosmont Castle still stand in the village. The house I'm showing them is another 19th century cottage, but this one has been extended to provide very spacious accommodation.
It wouldn't be Monmouthshire without some slope and steps, but these are a bit more dog-friendly, I should imagine.
Yeah, yeah.
This is the house. You get all of it.
It's both houses.
Both houses.
Okay.
Again, extended quite substantially, but this is a much more modern-feeling property.
Good.
And this is quite a big portion of garden as well. They haven't done much with it. They've just sort of made it terrace, but you could actually lawn it. You could make it really rather lovely.
And then we could have the top half for chickens and
Your menagerie.
vegetables and everything could go up the top half.
And it's a question of whether you can see yourself living inside. Let's look.
Okay.
So I've done well with the exterior, and I don't think the interior will disappoint either.
Straight into the living room.
Okay.
Do you see what I mean? It's a much more square,
Yeah.
simpler layout.
I like the fireplace, that's quite nice. It's quite a nice focal.
And wooden floors throughout, engineered oak.
Yeah, it's a nice room, this. Yeah. It's probably about the right size for our stuff as well.
Yes, it is. And there's actually not too dark as well. Being cottagey, some cottages are quite dark, but there's actually quite a lot of light coming in.
Yeah, a good vibe. Kevin, can you imagine yourself kicking
yeah.
back in here?
Yeah, I like this. I think the fireplace kind of sets it off nicely.
I can see us in here with the fire on, roaring away.
Excellent. And unlike the other property, this has a separate dining room. I got the impression from the last house that you liked the idea of a separate dining area.
Yes.
It's got a low beam, but once you're inside, it's okay.
That's quite a big
Yeah, that's
dining
a
room
nice
as well.
room, that.
It's a sort of snuggly one, isn't it?
Yeah.
You can see you sitting down at Christmas dinner with a tree in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many people decide on a house on the basis of how they're going to have their Christmas there. But again, lots of light on this lean-to, and it leads you down into the kitchen. It's a brand new kitchen. This is an extension, obviously, that's been put on to the original cottage.
Wow. I like this.
Yeah.
Is this more your style?
Yes, this is modern enough with the period detail in it as well. This is really, really nice. This is the sort of kitchen we like. I like the kitchen seat as well.
Yeah, it's very charming because you can see who's coming up the road.
Yeah. And I can sit there reading the paper while I cook dinner.
Ah, I like that. So you've got a nice double gas range.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So the house has got 2 staircases, as often happened in cottages. The one that we saw in the first room. Let's have a look upstairs.
The kitchen has really put a smile on their faces, which is great news. Let's see if we can keep up the momentum on the first floor. Here there are 3 bedrooms, one a potential guest room and the other a good-sized single. There's also a family bathroom. Then up a small flight of stairs we come to the master bedroom.
Again, some very clever architectural work here because this staircase takes you up to, I guess, would have been the hayloft or something, or it's been sort of reconditioned to the original floorboards. But it gives you an access point up to what's now your bedroom, and then there's a nice little ensuite through there. You could, of course, there are another 2 bedrooms at the other end, up that staircase, so you could have this as an office, maybe, or whatever. But, I mean, it makes sense that then you have one end of the house which is yours, and if you have guests there at the other end.
Yeah, no, I think we'd put the guests down the centre.
Well, I can let you sort out your sleeping arrangements later if you have a look at the other guest wing, or maybe the master suite. And but first, let's go outside and talk about the price.
Okay.
Let's take a look and see if the space is big enough for their self-sufficiency ambitions.
So I'm getting a good vibe from this house, or from you about this house.
It's got potential.
Yeah, it's nice.
The land's not too disappointing?
Not for me, no. I think we can do everything that we want to do as far as growing goes up there. Nice. And it's got this bit down here which isn't grass, so we can always do something with that if we wanted to.
And the property seems to really get ticks.
It's got a lot of plus points, yes.
Oh, excellent. Now, is the price going to be a plus point? How much do you think it's on the market for?
I actually think this is less than the other one. I think it's about 325, 330.
So I'd say about 347.
So up towards the top. Well, This property is actually on the market for £375,000.
Wow.
It has, however, been on the market for quite some time without a price reduction, and of course, as you know, it's a sort of buyer's market at the moment. But that is the price it's on for. Well, as I say, you know, getting everything you wanted is probably a stretch with your budget. But why don't you have a look around, because there is this outhouse which you could maybe think about converting, and there's a couple of rooms that we haven't looked at. So have a look around the rest of the property, and I'll see you at the front, then we can proceed from there.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Much more positive response, we like that. And in a way, this seems to offer them a lot more of the things that they're actually looking for. And it's very, very beautiful, the spot. So hopefully if they can swallow the price and think realistically about that, we could be onto a winner.
At £375,000, this period cottage has a lovely contemporary finish. There's a warm reception room and a high-spec yet traditional kitchen. It also has 3 bedrooms. Outside benefits from a large garden with enough space for their vegetable patch.
This is nice.
This is a good size.
Very nice.
Built-in cupboards as well. Make a good guest room.
It's got the modern look to it. Well, a bit more modern than the other property. And yeah, overall, I think looks outside as well as inside is pretty good, yeah.
The decoration and how it's been refitted out is really, really nice. Very much to my taste. This is how I would actually do a place up myself. It's a stunning house in a stunning location.
Come on, I have to drag you out of this one. That's a good sign. So 2 houses down. Let's rest and collect our thoughts.
Okay.
As the evening draws in over Monmouthshire, it marks the end of our first day's property search. Business analyst Keith and trainee driving instructor Kevin want to leave suburban Milton Keynes to find a rural home in Monmouthshire. They've got a budget of £350,000 to buy a house that has an office and a bit of land. We've shown them 2 properties so far, one of which certainly had them inspired.
I can see us in here with the fire on, roaring away. Wow.
I like this.
Yep.
But coming up, we've got a mystery house, which they definitely won't be expecting.
Wow.
Very nice, yeah.
Wow. Wow.
And I get hijacked by a group of Morris dancers with attitude.
He's staying with us. We're not letting him go home. He's one of us now.
Swelteringly hot second day here in Monmouthshire, and I'm a little worried still about the land issue because I'm not sure we can get an acre of land for their budget. Although interestingly, Kevin and Keith were happy with the rather modest garden in the second property. But for the mystery house, we're going to take land out of the equation because it doesn't really have much, and we're going to give them a lot of another thing that they like: contemporary interiors. Day 2 of our property search. What do you think the mystery house is going to involve?
I don't know. We were talking about this yesterday, and I think half of me thinks it might be a derelict barn, and the other half thinks it might be a converted church. So I'm not entirely sure.
Those are pretty classic options. Anything more left field than that, Kevin?
No, I don't really know what to expect, to be perfectly honest.
Well, it's certainly quirky.
For our mystery property, we're heading south over the border to the village of Christchurch, just outside Newport. The village has many of the amenities Keith and Kevin are looking for, including a pub. And our mystery proposition is a very unusual house that offers them a real slice of uber-modern living.
I'm going to love what you think about this.
Oh, wow.
That's nice.
Wow.
It's Zowie, huh? And this is a very modern property. It doesn't give you everything you want.
Okay.
Largely, it doesn't give you much land. But it does give you a lot of something you seem to like, which is contemporary interiors.
Okay.
It's a very striking property. Believe it or not, this was a 2-bedroom cottage from the 1900s.
Very nice.
You like?
Yeah.
Oh,
Very much.
Either struck dumb or like horrified. Let's look inside.
Well, if they are dumbstruck by the outside, I can't wait till they get a glimpse of the interior.
This house makes me chuckle because it's so extreme. Here we are in this wonderful modernist space. Lots of amazing features. This very stylish diagonal maple wood parquet throughout, and there's the alcoves around the fire, and then all this sort of hidden storage, this sort of suede effect wall. That's all cupboards. Thoughts? Come on, unpack your thoughts.
This is very nice.
This is stunning. This is stunning.
You could imagine hanging out here.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a very unusual property, very unusual, but super stylish, and lovely light as well. Because this is essentially a walk-through. You know, it's like a conservatory. And there's a disco ball.
Yes.
Here's your disco.
Put a spotlight on that would be perfect.
Yeah, I mean the attention to detail in this property is astonishing. Take a look in here.
Wow.
Wow.
Now, you wanted a uniform fitted kitchen. This is a uniform fitted kitchen.
Not sure what to say about that. That's nice.
The mirror just gives it so much more depth as well. It's a very, very good design.
It's great, isn't it? Because actually, when I came in, I thought, oh my God, it's a huge kitchen.
But it's not. It's actually quite a small kitchen, isn't it?
But it's just mirrored. I mean, the quality of the finish is very good. Slate floor and this maple wood floor throughout. And then you've got this very striking architectural feature of the breakfast bar in a sort of hexagonal alcove.
I could sit there, eat breakfast in the morning.
Yeah.
Any other thoughts about this?
Wow.
Wow, we like wow.
But it's a stunning kitchen.
Yeah. What goes on? You're coming through here. It's quite a complicated space because it's sort of perforated in lots of directions. I mean, there's light and windows and staircases and ups and downs every which way. But this is the sort of nerve centre of the house, and you've got a basement room downstairs, which you can explore later, maybe for your music. But here's a dining area, and around here is the rather fabulous workspace.
That's work sorted.
That's your office.
Excellent.
Is that good for you?
That's excellent. I like that.
And lovely views, because you've got, again, windows that look out over the sort of gardens.
The windows in here and the light coming is fantastic.
It is a bit quirky, the layout. It's not to everyone's taste.
I can live with that.
Yeah.
I want to show you one quirky feature, the bathroom here. Wonderful.
I can guarantee this bathroom is a real showstopper.
I love this bathroom. It's very unusual. And then you've got a shower here.
That's really nice.
It is, isn't it? It's very contemporary.
Lots of clever things in this house. Let's look upstairs.
On the first floor, the beautiful contemporary features continue.
And this is the master.
It's a nice size.
Again, with a rather splendid architectural feature there. Nice view.
It's a spectacular view, isn't it?
And you've got a kind of quirky, sort of ensuite wet room come toilet.
Oh, wow.
A little quirky.
Very different, isn't it?
So lots to look at, quite a lot to take in. So you can have a chance to look
Okay.
around. Let's go outside and talk about price.
On this floor, there is another attractively decorated double bedroom and a single room perfect for those guests that might be coming to stay.
In keeping with the rest of the property, it's quite a quirky garden because you've got a little stone circle here, and then through there's another patch of lawn. And that, unbelievably, is on top of the double garage.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So it's soundproofed on top. You could definitely spin some discs down there if you needed to. Okay, so it's quirky,
Certainly very different.
Yeah.
but it might be your kind of quirky.
It's a very nice house.
What do you think the price is?
It's got to be nearer 400,000.
Over budget, 405.
405.
Yeah.
Okay. So this is on the market for 375. So it's over budget, but not as over budget as you thought. And it's been on the market for quite a while. It's a unique property, so not everybody's going to want it, but you seem to like it. So I'm sure you could You can talk to the vendor about getting it to your budget, or if you thought it was worth it, putting in the asking price. We always like that too. It's a big, complicated property, and we haven't seen the room downstairs, so go in and have a look, particularly down there, and see what you might do with that.
Okay,
and as usual, I'll see you at the front.
Excellent, thank you.
Now, with lots of other people, this mystery house would be a huge gamble, but I think with these two, it was a huge success.
For £375,000, this detached house offers the ultimate in contemporary living. There's a magnificent open-plan living room, an office, 3 bedrooms, and a basement room that would be perfect for Keith's DJing.
This is a nice room, isn't it? I think we'd make this the master bedroom.
Yeah.
It's got built-in wardrobes as well. The whole thing just flows perfectly. I don't really like open plan, but this house just works.
I quite like the up and down and different like hiding places and stuff. It was nice. It's different layout and quite modern and contemporary, which is what we like.
Good thing about this house is it's got so many windows. I can see them walking through with big smiles on their face. Hello.
Hello.
Nice and beaming, that's good. Positive reviews. But let's go and regroup and then we can share our thoughts.
Excellent.
Along this border territory between Wales and England, there's a unique dancing tradition that is rooted in the life of the area's agricultural workers. Border Morris is typified by a rowdy style of dancing that was first recorded in 1609 when a group, or side as they're known, performed at the Hereford races. Earlier in the week, I met up with the Widders from Chepstow, who are keeping this traditional dance alive. Border Morris is boisterous and often involves the beating of sticks in the routine. Early records show that the dancers often appeared in court for non-payment of bills or for being drunk and disorderly.
Woo! It's so anarchic. It's like it's like the dark side of Cotswold Morris.
Traditionally, the dancers performed in the winter, both for fun, but also as a way of earning money. Taking a break from festivities is Mick Lewis to tell us more.
Mick, it's
Hi.
awesome. It's awesome. I was lucky enough to dance with a Morris side from the Cotswolds,
Yeah.
which is like hankies and light and love.
Yeah.
And you're sort of like "Grrr!"
Punk rockers to the Morris were.
Punk rockers, yeah. So what's the signal? Why the blackface for a start?
The originators of this type of dancing, they were poor people that lived off the land, and this is a begging tradition, really. And because they lived in small communities, they felt embarrassed about begging money, and so they used to black their face
This is
up.
disguise.
It's a disguise, yes.
Right.
Now, the married Lloyd is a very special little... She's beautiful, isn't she?
It's skinny.
Railway man, he works hard, shunted on the Bristol yard, 'cause the Severn Tunnel never fails, keeps the engine on the rail.
The Merry Lloyd is a Welsh custom of first footing, where a group carrying a horse skull go from house to house to bring people good luck for the new year. The dancers wear tattered clothes, a symbol of times past when they wouldn't have been able to afford new outfits. And the Widder's name itself comes from a rather unusual source.
And why widows? Is that to do with the spiders?
It's to do with the spiders, yeah. It's to do with...
Black widows.
It's the black widows, yeah. And we like to be colourful. You know, we've sort of evolved this style of our own, which is the Chepstow style, or the Wye Valley style.
I am, of course, itching to have a go.
About a week, you'll be all right. Yeah.
I've got to work tomorrow.
The dances are always about the area's events or people, and I'm performing a dance known as the Severn Tunnel Junction, a place where many locals were employed on the Great Western Railway. The hazel sticks represent the shunting poles the railway workers used to link the wagons together.
1, 2, 3, hey!
Hey, you're staying with us.
I really enjoyed that. But now it's time to wipe off the makeup and get back to the job in hand.
With all the madness of the Border Morris, I'd almost forgotten the matter at hand. Kevin and Keith's move to the countryside. And if you remember, we were on tenterhooks because the mystery house seemed to have blown the whole project of land and gardens out of the water. So let's go and find out what they've decided. How was your first time in Monmouthshire?
It's been good. Yeah, it's a nice place, and Keith was right. It's a nice part of the world.
Yeah. It's a good neighbourhood, isn't it? It's a really beautiful landscape. And I hope that we showed you some houses that at least provoked some thoughts.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first house, what are your thoughts about it in retrospect?
Nice house. A couple of things I did like about it. I liked the living room with vaulted ceiling, and I liked the coach house.
It was a nice property, and the garden is a nice garden, but I just don't think it's kind of practical for what we want, really.
Because the second house, that seemed to really chime with you,
Yeah,
Kevin.
the kitchen was an amazing kitchen, and that was overall the better one out of the two, yeah, for me anyway.
I liked house number 2. It was very picturesque. I think the only thing that really let it down for me was the upstairs space. I don't think there was enough room for us.
Tell me what your thinking is about the mystery house.
I thought it was an amazing property. I like the up and down of the stairs and the different levels. All right, it didn't have the land that we were looking for, but the property was spectacular.
Lots of plus points. The living room was brilliant. I love the fireplace. Kitchen was nice. The office space worked well. I think changing the master bedrooms downstairs would work. But no, overall, lovely place.
And what happens next? Are you thinking of revisiting any of the properties? Or?
We need to go back, look at all of the options that we have. We also want to look around the area as well.
You're talking about the mystery house now, aren't you?
Yes, yes.
Right. So does that mean you're going to sort of, take further steps and look seriously at the mystery house?
I think what we're going to do is we're going to go back, have a think about all of the things, maybe come back and visit it again. And I think what we need to do is get the wedding out of the way, and then seriously come back, and if it's still available, I think it might be a serious contender.
Well, it's been on the market for a while, so it might well be. Well, best of luck. Good luck with the wedding. Hope that all goes very well, and I hope that you get to spend your honeymoon in Monmouthshire.
Thank you.
It's been great showing Kevin and Keith around Monmouthshire, and I think particularly because the mystery house gave them the confidence to go for what they really want rather than what they thought they should have. Because I don't think they were that keen on being gentlemen farmers ploughing the soil. I think they wanted a nice, comfortable, contemporary home with a rural twist. And I think we might have given it to them. So if you've enjoyed our adventures in rural Britain, then do tune in next time for more Escape to the Country.
If you would like to escape to the country in Wales, Scotland, Northern Ireland or England and need our help, please apply online at bbc.co.uk/beonashow.